Are you thinking about moving to Pensacola? Hold up. There are some things you might want to know first. Let's dive into the top 10 reasons not to move to Pensacola. But don't worry, there's a silver lining. First up, let's talk the rising cost of living. Pensacola has become quite a popular area to move to or retire to, and due to that popularity, we've now seen what Zillow says is an increase of 30% in housing costs over the last 5 years. Not only that, but we've seen insurance costs skyrocket because of storms and other unforeseen things that are completely out of our control. But there's a silver lining. Pensacola's affordability is still relative. Compared to places like Destin or Jacksonville, your money is going to go further and you're going to get a more relaxed, quiet lifestyle here in the Panhandle. Let's talk about storms. Pensacola sits in a high-risk hurricane zone, so we're no strangers to the damage that hurricanes can cause. It's just something that every resident has to deal with. 2024 was an above-average hurricane season. In fact, it's been since 2005 that we've seen 3 hurricanes hit Florida, but it's the first time ever that all 3 of those hurricanes have been in the Gulf. But here's the good news. Pensacola has made strides in improving its storm infrastructure, and residents of Florida know to always have a hurricane prep kit on hand and also have plans for evacuation if needed. So there's always plenty of heads up to make sure that you and your family are going to be safe ahead of big storms. So all you need is a plan. Next, the job market. Pensacola may be charming, but it's not really known for tech, finance, or other specialized industries or niches. So if that's what you do, you may not have a lot of opportunities here. I mean, Pensacola does not offer the same job opportunities as bigger cities like Birmingham or Atlanta or even like Orlando or Jacksonville. But on the flip side, Pensacola has a thriving tourism and medical industry as well as its military presence. So if you are looking in any of those industries, you're guaranteed almost to find something here. Not only that, if you're someone that works remote, you can enjoy this nice quiet lifestyle we have along the Gulf Coast here and be able to work for just about anyone. Traffic can be a bit of a headache here, especially during peak hours. But the rate at which this area is growing makes it a little bit congested from time to time. I mean, I've been here 26 years, and I can say that it is night and day difference leaving my house now than it was even 5 years ago. However, Pensacola is still relatively small compared to places like Birmingham or Atlanta or Orlando. You know, if you know what the traffic is like in those areas, this is really nothing compared to that. And the small size of our area means that you're really close to just about everything. In fact, it's really easy to commute about anywhere. You have Interstate 10 that runs east to west, right through the Panhandle, and everything is pretty much north or south of that. But in addition to that, you have Highway 90 and you have Highway 98. So everything is off of these very straight linear roads, and it makes it so simple to commute to pretty much anywhere across the Panhandle. And I know earlier I mentioned that there's a pretty large healthcare presence here. Let me tell you about what I didn't mean when I said that. While that is true, Pensacola isn't necessarily known for specialized doctors and care. If you need that sort of specialized care, you may have to travel to a larger city nearby. But as far as doctor's offices and medical parks go, they're popping up faster than a Dollar General. But there's still hope. Pensacola is known for the Studer Family Children's Hospital and the Andrews Institute. That was the first 5, and we're going to get to the last 5, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I'm Jamie Walker, and my cameraman / dad is Phil Baker back there. Hi. And we help people just like you relocate to this area all the time. We would love to help you. You can send us a text, shoot us an email, or schedule a Zoom call with us. Everything's down in the description below. We would love to see your face and help you make a smooth move to the Pensacola area. Now, on to the next spot. Now, if you're used to buzzing nightlife and high-end art scenes, Pensacola may feel a bit quieter to you. While it does have its charm, it's definitely not on par with bigger cities in terms of entertainment options. However, Pensacola does offer a unique small town vibe with its rich history, beautiful beaches, and local festivals. There's also a quite unique underground film and art scene, and live music tends to take on a life of its own if you just listen. It's perfect for those looking for low-key entertainment and a slower pace of life. Pensacola does have some areas of higher than average crime rates, but like any city, there are areas of lower crime rates and safer communities, as well as some areas you might want to avoid. Pensacola is rated 11% safer than other U.S. cities, with property crimes topping out most of the crimes we see here, and violent crimes only taking up about 200 out of 1,600 crimes. But don't worry, many neighborhoods and communities within Pensacola are safe for you and your family. It just takes a little bit of research and a little bit of effort ahead of time to make sure that you find the perfect place for you. Living by the water sounds great, right? But living near flood zones or in flood zones comes with its risks and its costs, unfortunately. Your real estate agent can help you locate a flood zone map, which can tell you exactly where your property falls in the flood zones to let you know whether or not flood insurance is something that you may need to pay for. And it also comes down to your mortgage company. Some mortgage companies do require flood insurance, even if you're not necessarily in a flood zone. So just something to keep in mind. On the flip side, there are still plenty of areas that are nowhere near a flood risk. So there's so many opportunities to find a nice high and dry property where this will just not be an issue for you. Public transportation is limited here, so you're definitely going to need a car to get around. There's no public transport here like a subway or a MARTA, but there is bus transportation to some areas of the city, as well as taxi services, Uber, and Lyft. Here's the thing, Pensacola is pretty small, so it doesn't take you too long to get from point A to point B, depending on where you're going. But it also means that this could be an opportunity to get outside in the fresh air and do some walking or some biking. And there are pockets of neighborhoods and communities within Pensacola that are very walkable, that make everything you need really easy to get to, even if you don't have a car. And last but not least, we have to talk about the heat and the humidity. If you are not used to this weather, it can be a bit overwhelming. In fact, sometimes in the peak hot months in the summer, when it's also really, really high humidity, walking outside, opening that front door can feel like walking into a wall of wet. And if you know, you know. But the silver lining is every home here is built with air conditioning, unlike cities and some homes up north, which I really don't know that much about because I've never lived up there. But I know that my brother lives in Seattle and he's told me that not every home up there comes with air conditioning. I don't know what that's like. In Florida, every room has a ceiling fan. We have central HVAC, which means we always have a way to cool ourselves. In addition to that, you have the beaches, you have the rivers, maybe you have access to a pool, so there's always ways to keep cool in the summer. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. We love to see where our viewers are watching our videos from, so drop us a comment below so we can say hi to you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.